Hey, peace and blessings. This is Jovhannah, the spiritual love healer, and today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot deck. I received this deck, I guess a couple weeks ago, and I haven't had time to do anything. I did kind of open it and look through it, but not as in-depth as I would like, so I haven't used this yet. But I think it is a really beautifully made deck, so let's get into it. So on the back of the deck, and this was created by Lindsay Silverman, it says, connect to intuition, delve into nature, cross the hidden veil, embrace the universe, unfold your myth, which is a very beautiful declaration. And this is the back of the cards, which matches the box, which I really liked. And one thing that I did notice about this deck is that the major arcana are all renamed. It goes potential through the universe. The full card starts as potential. And I'm trying to see if they say anything about the renaming of the cards in their booklet. Nope, I don't see anything there. But all right. So they're pretty sturdy cards. I think they're pretty well made. They do have a lot of bendability, but they're not, I wouldn't call them flimsy. I like that this deck is a dark deck. I really like that. And there's some gilding on the edges, which is always nice to have. So this is potential, which would be the full card. And then we have the witch. And I love that there's a lot of pillars of light. And again, this is like a goddess-based deck. So we've got the High Priestess, the Empress literally coming out of the earth, the Monarch. I love, love, love this as the expression of the Emperor. And like I really love that. I think that's awesome. And all the butterflies there in the background with the tiger. It's beautiful. And we have the Mystic, the Wayfarer, Freedom. So one thing I noticed is a lot of these cards where they've been renamed, they're very powerful that way. And then we have Strength. And I really like this because on most strength cards, you see the woman like petting a lion. But this, like, she's got her hand over her heart and she's surrounded by these beautiful flowers where like there's strength and gentleness, there's strength and femininity, there's strength inside of us. So I think this like really encapsulates the energy of strength card, especially like from a divine feminine, like goddess energy perspective. And we've got Introspection, Chance, Justice. And we have Meditation, Death. And what I like about that, her face is like part of like the universe or the energy in the background. So it's like just returning, almost like a return to source. Like you can't see her arms or anything. It's like you're just, your energy, you're going back into that energetic state. I like that depiction. Oh, her arms are there. I didn't see them at first. I like that. And lots of dandelions in the background, which I think it's interesting because, you know, I have a bunch of dandelions in my yard. So like when the seeds, they just continue to regenerate because all of those seeds just get blown across the yard by the wind or, you know, walking through them, and some more grow. And then we have Temperance. reclamation, revolution. Okay, then we have the star card. I wanted to make sure that the names were showing up for you, because there was something where like they were showing up in reverse last time. So then we have the star card, and we have the moon, and there's the sun, and there's awakening, and the universe. So let me just look through these really quick and see if there's anyone that I absolutely love. I love the witch card. That was the magician. So I like that. But that's the witch. I really like the strength card too. I like that some of these characters are diverse. There's a lot of different cultural references and ethnicities showing up here. I love this meditation card. I like that. It's like seeking the answers within. So there's no hanged man in this deck. It's a very feminine, very goddess, like, and I like that the way that these cards are renamed, like the Tower is revolution. Down with the old, allowing something new to come in. And it's like, too, if you look, there's lightning coming out of the sky, and it's almost like she's channeling that to create transformation versus something like striking you down, forcing transformation. Okay, so let's look at the rest of this deck. Then I'm gonna cleanse it and prepare it for you. So here we have the wands. This is the Ace of Wands, and they're like beams of light. So there's the 2, the 3 of Wands, it's the 4, and the 5 of Wands, the 6, seven. I've got the 8 of Wands, the 9, and the 10 of Wands. And so in the court card, there's the Nymph of Wands, which would be the Page, the Warrior, which would be the Knight. I like this. And then the Queen of Wands. And instead of the King, there is the Spirit, which I absolutely love this, the naming of the court card system. Because it's like once you, yeah, like I like that. I like that. Nymph, Warrior, Queen, and Spirit. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the Ace of Cups. That's really beautiful. The 2 of Cups. Then we have the 3 of Cups. There's the 4 of Cups. And this is the 5 of Cups. I'm noticing with some of the quote unquote like negative cards, they're depicted in a very, very beautiful way. Here's the 6 of Cups, the 7, and the 8 of Cups. What I love about this is how nothing is really lost, and it kind of shows that depiction, like whatever is leaving this cup is just going into a new cup. So it's more so of like an alchemy, like a transformation. and like finding a new way to use that energy. And I love that there's this full moon here, right? There's the moon, which is like intuition. So it's like, okay, like that didn't work for me this way. So how can I use this in a more empowering way? How can I transform this energy that's around me in a way that is beneficial to me versus just like walking away from everything? It's like you're shifting the energy around you. I really love this deck. Oh my gosh. Hold on, did I miss a card? Oh, okay, I was looking at the deck the wrong way. Oh, this is so cute. I love this, the Nine of Cups. I love that. That is so beautiful. There's a lot of detailed like tattooing on her. And her crown is gorgeous too. All of these beautiful flowers. I really like this card. And here is the Ten of Cups. And there's the Nymph of Cups. The Warrior. Oops. And then there's the Queen. And the Spirit of Cups. And now we're getting into the swords, which I'm really interested to take a deeper look at, like the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, all of that. So here we have the Ace of Swords. Crystal energy there too. Oh, and we have the Two of Swords. So I like that it's not like crossing over her heart necessarily. And it almost looks like a cross. It's almost more of like, this is a protection symbol. That's very interesting. I wonder why the artist depicted it that way. That's why I like knowing a bit more about the artist and their view of tarot and how they, you know, use their symbols and their art to really depict and portray what the cards actually mean. But that's interesting. I really like that. Okay, so this is the Three of Swords going through a bouquet of flowers, not the heart. And that's the Four of Swords. The Five of Swords has cactus. Cactus there. And this is the Six of Swords. And there's the Seven. Oh, I love this Eight of Swords because it's like, how long did you stay there for this vine to start growing over you? There's no, like, you can literally just walk straight ahead and move forward. But it's like you're choosing to stay still and refusing to see the opportunities before you. Now, this Nine of Swords has a different vibe for sure. It's almost like avoidance or ignoring the problems that are like, you know, weighing you down or that are on your mind. And it's like, you know, I'm just going to go play in the garden and just screw all these decisions and all of this other stuff. Like, I don't want to think about it. Okay, and then there's the Ten of Swords. So that's interesting. Like, a lot of the cards don't have that same, like, where you have the 10 swords stabbed in the back. It's almost like, it's almost like they were maybe trying to catch all of these swords. Like, I don't want this to end. Like, let me see if I can just grab them all, then I can change things. So that's pretty interesting. And the Nymph of Swords, as soon as I saw like the honeycomb, her skirt made of the honeycomb with the bees, I thought of my Sacred Bee deck, which is going to be the next one that I do a walkthrough of because I absolutely love that deck. And then we have the Warrior of Swords. the Queen of Swords. And I noticed a lot of these have lots of lush flowers and vegetation. This Spirit of Swords cards is absolutely beautiful. I love the flowers there and all of the butterflies. That's beautiful. All right, then we have the Ace of Pentacles. I like it. This is beautiful. The Two of Pentacles is like this divine dance where, because a lot of times we talk about balance, and I did a video where I talked about, you know, trying to balance work and life. Like sometimes it's an illusion. Things will never be fully balanced. It's more of a dance. Like you lean more this way sometimes. Sometimes you have to lean more. Sometimes, you know, you have to maneuver differently. So it's more of a dance. And that is exactly what this card shows. There's lots of fluid, lots of movement. And I love like the infinity symbol, which represents abundance, is very pronounced because it's like you're always kind of striving for that, to keep the flow of energy going in your life. So I think that's really awesome. Okay, and then we have the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, now this is really interesting. I like that her eyes are closed and her third eye is open, because usually like in the Five of Pentacles, there's like a woman and a child, and they look very much put out. They look kind of like beggars. I think like the child is like injured with a crutch. And they're like in front of the church, and the church lights and stuff are on, and it's like they're walking past it in the snow, and it's a very sad scene, right? But with this, it's like you're seeing past that illusion of lack. You're seeing past that illusion of not having support. And it's like you're going within to draw upon spirit, draw upon the divine, to pull in the Sixth Pentacle, to pull in what you need. And you're also realizing that you lack nothing, that there is always abundance. And out of this, out of the darkness, out of the matter, out of the ether, out of spirit, we can create whatever it is that we desire. I like these cards so much. Okay, so there's the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. And what I like about this is that like the flowers, it's like they're growing. Like, so these sunflowers are starting to mature, but we know what happens like when sunflowers, they can grow so tall and so big and so beautiful. So I really like that also. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. I would really love to talk to Lindsay and just learn more about like the why behind this deck. I really love this Ten of Pentacles, and there's some crystal energy throughout the deck as well. And again, here we have the Nymph of Pentacles, the Warrior of Pentacles. Oh, we're almost done. The Queen of Pentacles, her third eye is open as well. I wonder, did I notice that on any of the other cards? Let me see real quick. I wonder if that was something that's a theme throughout. No, that was only, okay. And then we have the Spirit of Pentacles. So that was all of the cards in the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. And it does come with a little booklet. It says, pull from the stars, trust what you receive. I think this deck is actually beautiful. It is a very well made. Oh, she does have an origin story in here, kind of. How she started the deck. Kind of like why she started it. One thing that stood out here, through working with the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, I hope you discover your own power and magic, learn to trust in your intuition, and find your place among the stars. And that is definitely echoed throughout this deck. This deck is really amazing, and I hope that if you read cards, that it's one that you decide to add to your collection. And so interesting, like one of my first like tarot name on Instagram back when I had a separate account was Intuitive Goddess Tarot. So I like that this kind of touches on that. So inside the guide, there are definitions on what the cards mean. There's a little kind of tutorial on what tarot is, and there's a few spreads in here. There's a 4-card spread, a 3-card spread, some 3-card spreads, a chakra spread. And then she shares like how to clear your deck. She talks about the symbolisms in the cards. This is, yeah, I really like this deck. I think it is beautifully made. It's a good quality, high quality deck. It's like I said, it's got a good card stock. The artwork is beautiful. Yeah, I really like this deck. I can quickly see this becoming one of my favorites to read with and work with. So I'm very excited to have gotten to share this with you. I will include the link in the description so that you can find this deck yourself. All right, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.